This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Monday, December 29th, 2019. The title of this rant is Women Benefit by Democrats' Push for Parental Leave Policy. It still is not enough. So as we all know, the United States is the only major industrial country without what we refer to as a statutory parental leave policy. Our good friends across the pond, the UK, has the equivalent of basically 12 full weeks with pay for parental leave. Other countries have more. And the Democrats got a compromise. We'll call it a win-win. They got an increase in the government workers' pay and 12-week parental leave policy for government workers only, for Trump and the Republicans getting the space agency. Of course, Trump will run on all three of those things. But again, the big push came from the Democrats. This is how compromise works. It's not always great, but this is definitely a win for women. But at the same time, we need to be very, very realistic about this because that's for government workers only. I don't know how many there are, 1.2 million, maybe a little bit, maybe 2.4, I don't remember. But there's only 4 states in the District of Columbia that have a fully implemented policy out there, with 4 other states passing legislation, but I don't think the policy has been fully implemented. And it's not nearly enough because when it really comes down to it, even with this going into effect, 80% of all workers out there will not be covered. And let's also stress in the most significant way that this will affect will hurt those who are the lowest paid workers the most. And of course, we hear the horror stories about that quite a bit. In fact, I believe that the average woman only takes off about 10 days for maternity leave because they just cannot afford not to go back to work. So this is an incomplete solution. It is a step in the right direction. Much, much more needs to be done in this regard to bring the United States where it should have been 40 or 50 years ago. And remember, this was a Democratic push. The Republicans would not have gone for this unless Trump had wanted the space agency so much. Ivanka Trump might even want to claim credit, but her policies were, whatever she was pushing wasn't nearly as much as the Democrats were in this regard. So it's an incomplete but a significant step. And again, I have to stress that health care in 2018 is what the Democrats won on, and it is what they ran on. They need to run for it again in 2020. Health care, and of course, parental family leave needs to be a very significant part of that health care issue. And women need to lead us on this because that's the only way we're going to get this through. And we have to get it through because, remember, this president will take it away if he can. We know that. So we have to have this push by all Democrats, especially women.